July 1976, intended targets. July 1976 saw the formal reunification of North and South Vietnam. Meanwhile, in Northern Ireland, the conflict continued with the aim of Republicans to reunite the North and South of Ireland. Political developments in July 1976. July began with Secretary of State for Northern Ireland Merlin Rees announcing the outcome of a review of security force response to violence in Northern Ireland. The review made several recommendations, including increasing the manpower level of the RUC, establishing specialized investigation teams, making greater use of the RUC reserve, and trying to encourage more support from the Catholic community. These were some of the practical consequences of the policy of police primacy announced by Rees on the 25th of March 1976. On the 29th of January in the House of Commons, Rees also said that there had been no contact between government officials and Sinn Féin since the beginning of the year. Shootings in July 1976. July 1st. Catholic civilian Brian Palmer, 39, was shot and killed by the IRA in the Finnegy area of Belfast. The IRA claimed he was an informer. July 2nd. The UVF killed 6 civilians, 5 Protestants, 1 Catholic, in a gun attack at the Ramble Inn pub near Antrim. The pub was targeted because it was owned by Catholics. The victims were Frank Scott, 73, Ernest Moore, 43, James McCallion, 39, Joseph Ellis, 27, James Francie, 50, and Oliver Woolahan, 20. July 3rd. British soldier William Miller, 19, was shot and killed by an IRA sniper while manning a checkpoint on Butcher Street in Derry. July 6th. Catholic civilian Vincent Hetherington, 21, was shot and killed by the IRA in Hannestown, Belfast. The IRA claimed he was an informer. Protestant civilian Gerald Gardner, 27, died 2 weeks after being shot outside his workplace, the Goodyear Tyre Factory in Craigavon, County Armagh. An off-duty UDR member was the intended target. July 7th. The UDA shot Catholic civilian James Rooney, 43, at his shop on the Upper Newtownards Road in Belfast. He died the following day. July 9th. Catholic civilians Mervyn MacDonald, 26, and Rosaline MacDonald, 24, a husband and wife, were killed in an attack on their home by the UFF, a cover name for the UDA. July 11th. Protestant civilian Thomas Mackenzie was found stabbed to death on a waste ground near Divis Flats in Belfast. July 13th. Official IRA volunteer Gerard Gilmore, 19, was shot and killed by loyalist paramilitaries near Greencastle in Belfast. No specific group claimed responsibility for the killing. July 25th. The UVF shot and killed Catholic civilian Patrick McNeice, 54, at his home in Ardres. The attack has been linked to the Glenanne gang. July 29th. Off-duty RUC officer George Johnston, 24, was killed by a British soldier following an argument at a checkpoint in Bessbrook, County Armagh. July 30th. Protestant civilians John McCleave, 48, John Mackay, 50, James Doherty, 70, and Thompson McCrate, 60, died as a result of a gun attack on the Stag Inn, Beaver, Belfast. The attack was carried out by the Republican Action Force, believed to be a cover name for some members of the IRA. July 31st. RUC officer Thomas Cush, 52, was shot and killed by an IRA sniper on Church Street in Lurgan. Bombings in July 1976. July 3rd. The UFF claimed responsibility for bombing 4 hotels in the Republic of Ireland. There were explosions in Dublin, Rosslare, Limerick and Killarney, but no fatalities. July 7th. 2 senior RUC officers were seriously injured after an IRA double agent led them to an arms dump outside Portadown. When the officers picked up one of the weapons, it triggered a booby trap, which detonated. One of the officers lost an arm, a leg, and an eye in the explosion. July 8th. The UFF bombed the Salt Hill Hotel in Galway. There were no fatalities. July 17th. IRA members Peter McElcar, 24, and Patrick Cannon, 20, were killed when the bomb they were transporting in a car exploded prematurely. The explosion took place in Castledurg, County Tyrone. July 18th. Civilian Gordon Liddell, 28, was killed by a booby-trap bomb planted in the laneway of his home in Drumgoal, County Fermanagh. It is believed the bomb was planted by the IRA and was meant for two close relatives who were RUC reserve officers. July 21st, British Ambassador to Ireland. Christopher Hewitt Biggs, 54, was killed in a landmine attack on his official car in Sandyford, Dublin. His secretary, Judith Cook, 25, was also killed in the explosion. Merlin Rees was originally to have travelled in the car as well. British soldier David Evans, 20, was killed by a booby-trap bomb in an army base in Derry. July 29th. Catholic civilians Daniel McGrogan, 27, Joseph Watson, 65, and Thomas Hall, 62, were killed as a result of a bomb attack on the White Fort Inn on the Andersonstown Road in Belfast. 30 others were wounded. The attack was carried out by loyalist paramilitaries. July 30th. UDR soldier Robert Scott, 28, was killed by a booby-trap bomb attached to a gate at his father's farm in Druminard, near Moneymore, in County Derry. Thank you for listening to this episode of Tales of the Troubles. If you liked it, please like and share with like-minded people, as this helps me massively to reach new listeners. Stay tuned, click the follow button, and enable notifications so that you don't miss the next episode.